Hi, I'm Chad Alan Wandel, and this is DJ TV. Welcome. This is episode 2, and today we're going to be talking about starting a business. Many people have the drive, you're already out there trying to be a DJ. Maybe you have some equipment, maybe you don't, maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe this industry is really appealing to you and you have a passion for music. That's great. The problem with most people out there is they have no idea what it takes or where to even go to start a business. So with that said, I have a couple of questions I need you to ask yourself, and you need to spend some serious time with these questions, because answering them honestly and truthfully to yourself now can save you tons of headache and torture later. So first, why do you want to start a business? And not just a DJ business. A business. Why do you want to start a business? It's really important to know this answer to yourself. Don't let it all be about, oh, well, I just want, to have the control of my income. That's great. That's one aspect of wanting to be a business owner. But there are a lot more and a lot more reasons that you need to think about. There's a lot more intricate than just waking up going, hey, I'm going to start my business today and I can do whatever I want. That is a huge myth about running and operating your business yourself. You don't have the flexibility that you think you do. While there is some, it's not always that way. The second question you really need to put down and come up with some great answers to are, what experience, education, and training do you have in running, operating, or managing a business? This is really important, because if you have no experience whatsoever managing, running, or operating a business, you need to get some. And you need to get some fast before you try to learn on the job. Running a business is not something you want to do learning on the job, training on the job. You really should try to go get a position, even if it's way below your pay grade, whatever you think that may be. Get a job in a retail shop and manage some employees. Now, if your 9 to 5 had you managing employees, then you have some experience. So think about what you've done in your work history, in your job history, in your life experience that you can bring to the table in managing a business. And yes, you really need to consider this. Don't just go, well, I can handle it. It's rough. It is rough. You don't want to learn from your mistakes, because sometimes those mistakes can bankrupt you. Third, and probably one of the most important questions you need to be honest and direct to yourself with is, do you have the discipline to be an entrepreneur? That is a tough one. Do you have what it takes to wake up every single morning because you want to, not because you have to? When I first started my business, that was the hardest thing I dealt with was, oh, well, I can just, make my schedule. So today I'll go from 10 o'clock and I'll work till 6 or 7. Or I'm working late today, so that means I can sleep in a little bit. No, you can't. You have to develop disciplines, and you have to become, routine with them, and you have to control them. If you don't control your disciplines will control you. There's a man here in the Dallas Metroplex. His name is Brian Dodge. I've learned a ton of information from listening to his radio show and reading his book. So first off, a book you should go read is Brian Dodge, and it's The Good Life Rocks. It will put into perspective what you need to think about as an entrepreneur and how you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. And lastly, the second, probably most important question that you need to ask yourself is, what resources do you have to give your business startup? Time, money, savings. Have you built a savings account to where you could survive for 6 months without any income from your startup? And I'm not even talking about a DJ business. This is across the board business common sense here. Can you survive with no income in your startup phase? You need to be able to pay your bills, pay your debts, pay everything. So do you have that? Of course, if you quit your job and you go into this full time, you have the time. If you are a full-time employee for someone else and you're going to be doing this part-time to get yourself started, you need to think about the time commitments that will be involved there. and you have to understand the time commitments that it will take. Can you give that away from your family? Are you in a position where you can do that? Do you have the money right now to go buy equipment? Do you already own the equipment? How much is it really going to take to start your marketing plans and the concepts that you come up with to get your name and identity out there for people to start using you? These are very important questions, and I really need you to consider them with a great deal of intent. Don't just haphazardly go, yeah, I want to start a business because blank, and yeah, I'm good at that. And, I worked at Best Buy, and, I sold stereos, so I've got some sales experience, and blah, 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 blah. Business can eat you up and spit you out, so please take this serious. Our jobs can be absolutely enjoyable and entertaining to ourselves, and it can absolutely be the best thing that you ever do. However, if you don't come into it with some seriousness, it can absolutely be the worst thing you can do. So once you answer those questions, you need to think about some other things. So, why do you want to start a DJ business? We talked about why you want to start a business, but why a DJ business? Think about it. Do you love music? Do you have a passion for entertaining people? Do you have something there that's internally feeding towards the DJ industry? Is it something that you did as a child or a teenager? Maybe you DJ'd at a skating rink and you loved it, and so that's why you're wanting to do it. But seriously, take some time to consider why you want to start a DJ business. I know the DJ industry looks easy, and it's not. That is a misconception. Being a DJ is not easy. The common misconception is that we just push play and everybody dances to the music we play, and the hardest thing that we have to do is pick the music. Music programming is one thing, but there's a whole list of skill sets that you need, and you need to work on and constantly train to be a good DJ. And again, secondly, what experience, education, training do you have that helps you be a DJ? Have you been in voiceover work? Were you on the radio? Did you used to be an entertainer, a DJ? Have you done other forms of entertainment? Are you a musician? Do you have audio visual skills that you can help? Setting up equipment isn't the easiest thing to do if you have no idea what you're doing. So what experience in education and training do you have that you can bring to the DJ world that adds to the viability of you starting a DJ business? And then third, this is kind of a tricky question because there's a lot of caveats here, is what kind of DJ do you even want to be? There are a ton of realms that you can go into. You could be a mobile DJ, you could be a house DJ, you could be a club DJ, you could be a wedding DJ, you could do proms and school events, you could be a charity function type DJ, a corporate DJ, you could just be a masters of ceremony. You don't actually do any DJ work. You come and you provide master of ceremony services. So you need to look deep within yourself and understand what you want to do and where you want to go. Planning this now will help guide you when it comes to building your marketing plans, when it comes to building your business. It will give you an idea of the structure and the things you need to do to push yourself in that right direction. Don't start your business and then get halfway through it and spend all your money and then go, you know what, maybe I didn't want to be a wedding DJ. Maybe I want to go do clubs. That's something that you should be thinking about now before you get into it and go, oh gosh, I just made a big mistake and spent thousands of dollars in marketing. Whether or not you actually spend thousands of dollars in marketing is something we're going to talk about when we get to the marketing section of our businesses. But you need to understand these questions. So ask yourself these questions and seriously put some thought behind them. Don't just go out there and assume you can do this. That's great. Have the confidence. That's exactly what you need. But sit down with a pen and a pad and write out these questions and answer them truthfully and honestly. If you lie about these questions, the only thing you're lying to is yourself. So here's to the next episode of DJ TV, which will be talking about business startup and how to actually get your business legal and running. So until then, I'm Chad Alan Wandel, and this is DJ TV.